to be clear, what he said, and you remember it when he was in the corner of the end zone, I own you, I still own you. He is 22-5 against the Bears in his career. I have a lot of Chicago Bears fans in my life, and I can tell you, they are all yelling and screaming that the Bears need to make him pay. They need to send those defensive players need to show you some pride. I got 3 defensive players on the show today. Ninkovich, if he said that about what are you doing? What should the Bears defense be thinking this weekend?
Well, Greeny, the Chicago Bears super fans, I guarantee that they're not going to welcome Aaron Rodgers with any beer or sausage when he comes back to Soldiers Field. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying, huh? But the Bears fans, guess what? They understand they've kind of been owned. That's just the truth.
See, I need someone. You're a rough, tough, hard-hitting safety. You can't put up with this, can you?
Yeah, you can put up with it. Think about this. When you're driving into the game next year and you're on Aaron Rodgers lane and then you park your car and then you walk into Aaron Rodgers Hall, you'll realize that he truly does own the team. All he's done is each year, every single time he gets an opportunity, went out and had great performances, went out and took your heart out of your chest, stumped on it, tried to put it back in, and it normally never works. Aaron Rodgers has been great in the NFC North for his entire career. He has dominated the Chicago Bears. And unfortunately, the rules will not allow you to beat Aaron Rodgers in the one way you can, and that's physically. Right? You can get to the quarterback, but you can't land on them. You can't run your fingers through their hair. You can't do anything that might hurt a quarterback. So just know, unless you want to write a check, you're going to have to accept again that of the great Chicago Bears, of the people that mean a ton to that organization, the Mike Singletaries, the Dick Butkuses, the Jim McMahons, Aaron Rodgers will also be in the Ring of Fame when it comes to Soldier Field.
That's going to hurt so many people in Chicago to their core to hear that. Acho, you're my last chance. Do the Bears need to show some pride on defense and do something about this? What do you think?
Yeah, well, Greeny, I'm with you. And I take issue with what Aaron Rodgers said. He said, I own you, I still own you. And he also said, I've owned you all my life. I take issue with that because Aaron Rodgers did not own the Bears when he was a little baby. He didn't own the Bears when he was at Cal. He didn't own the Bears in high school. But when he got to Green Bay, that dude been owning the Chicago Bears. So 2 out of the 3 statements are accurate, but to say that you've owned the Bears all your life, come on, Aaron Rodgers, that's a little bit of an exaggeration. Take that one back. I don't like it.
So I got no takers here.
Sacho.
Yeah.
When you've done it for a decade and a half, it feels like all your life.
Yeah, and to the Bears fans, it feels even longer because Brett Favre came before Rodgers, and there's been a lot of that. If Mike Ditka was the coach of the Bears right now, Ryan Clark, is he you're telling me he wouldn't get up there in front of the team and say, this guy says he owns you, you got to show me some fight and some fire here, no?
Listen, I think Matt Nagy is going to say it. It doesn't matter what people say. Like, it's just the reality of the situation. You know, and no matter how desperate you are or how much you want to fix the situation, you can't fix the situation if you don't have the talent. You can't fix the situation if you don't have the guys. You can't fix a situation that's been broken as long as this one has. Aaron Rodgers has played great against the Chicago Bears no matter who was on the defensive side of the ball. The Green Bay Packers have won most of the games against the Chicago Bears no matter who was wearing the hat on the sidelines. This is a team that since Aaron Rodgers has been there, that has owned the NFC North. And the Chicago Bears are a part of that. And every now and then they'll stick their head up above the ground and they'll say, you know what, we are competitive, but eventually it's like whack-a-mole, right? They stick their head up. Aaron Rodgers takes that little thing you get at Chuck E. Cheese and he bops him over the head and puts him in his place. And that's what he did near the end of the game the first time this season.
So Rodgers has the mallet, and the Bears are just getting whack-a-mole, and it's been going on 30 years. It's been going on before Rodgers got there. We'll see. Let's see what happens on Sunday night. All right, as we continue. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.